Hello and welcome back to my channel. Yes, the camera quality is different because I ran out of storage on my actual proper camera. I'm just using my iPhone setup, so excuse that. I think the lighting still makes it so that you can still see all the pores on my face. Welcome to episode 3 of Formula One Face Cards Spooky Edition, where I'm going to mash up a Halloween-y, creepy look with the cult and aesthetics of a Formula One team. Let's do this. I love doing this. I said this before, but I love doing it. So in case you're new to the series, the box that I put all the little pieces of paper into are identical for both the teams and the looks. So this is either the look or the team that we're using to inspire it. Let's find out. Drum roll, please. That goes without saying. Ooh, cow. little targeting there, but cow, cutie. Now let's see what team we're gonna do. Drum roll, please, again. Oh, she's rolled up. Give me a second. The nails are hard to work with here, okay? Ooh, Mercedes. Okay. So we're doing Mercedes X cow. Okay, we can actually work with that. That's perfect. Okay, see, the thing is, Mercedes colors are kind of like black, gray, so that would work for a cow, but that's boring. So we're gonna use that little complementary color, teal, and try do something with that. Wait, just give me 1 second. I bought these ages ago for a project that had nothing to do with Formula One because I didn't even know about it then. And I never used them. The middle rhinestones, perfetto. Wait, are Mercedes Italian? Whatever, they're great. There are some days that I think I'm worthless and useless, and then there are other days, such as today, that I am the peak of humanity. Alrighty, let's do this, lads. Take these off. Ow, it's blue tack. Why does that hurt so much? So I've tied up my hair, got up my inspo pic, and I'm just gonna talk you through how I do it. This is kind of a tutorial, if you will. I will say the word tutorial, but you would probably go look for an actual tutorial. Anyways, the first thing we're gonna do is get the white base down. I'm going to leave my eyes for an eyeshadow look. Maybe we do the shadow look first. This is what I meant about the tutorial. Alrighty, so I'm gonna start off doing my brows. Ooh, beauty guru, beauty guru. This is the elf instant lift brow pencil in the darker color, the deep brown. I don't really have a specific way I do my brows, and they're naturally uneven, so I think if I even them out I look weird because I just don't look how I normally look like. So I fill them in how they are. I don't try to make them even. Should I probably do that? Maybe. But whenever I did this in the mirror, I would literally talk to the mirror like those Vogue beauty videos, and I'd be like, well, the science behind this is that it creates a shadow, so it makes it look like there should be a brow hair there because it's of the shadow, and if you think there's a shadow there, then the thing will be there. Girl, you're not making it a Vogue with that nonsense. Self-gag. And then blend her one out with the spoolie. I love the word spoolie. I love using a spoolie. Yeah, spoolies are coolie. Raspberry coolie, mirror glaze, another day I hate on the summer I turn pretty. I feel like I'm hating on Jeremiah a lot. Best believe I don't like any of them. I do not like any of them. Lucinda, oh, I severely dislike her. She's literally dysfunctional. And now you just rub off the excess, which is totally normal and totally planned by me here. Now you look evil. Next, I'm gonna go in with a concealer. It's the same one I've used from the last video, the L'Oreal Paris Perfect Match in Forgotten Golden Amber. And I'm going to use this to prime my lids so that the eyeshadow can really pop up. So you don't really need to put a lot. It just needs to be a thin, even layer. Next, I'm gonna go in with this cool as heck shimmer shade. It looks a little bit more blue on camera, but it's definitely more teal greenish in real life, and it's sort of the closest thing I have to the Mercedes teal. So I'm going to put that all over my lid, and then we'll try a cut crease. Hopefully we don't botch that. What is the point of me holding the brush here? Not very ergonomic. You know, this shade just looks nice on its own. I think I'm just gonna make this look more pigmented rather than a cut crease, because Let's be honest, this is pretty and I don't want to mess it up. You know, it's been a long time since I watched season 1 of The Summer I Turned Pretty, but from what I remember over the course of the 3 seasons, Belly always liked Conrad. Oh, also, the way that they wrote out Benito, that was insane. That was the most laziest way I've ever seen a relationship end. She learned Spanish, but she didn't want to see his abuelita? Girl, what the... what? Okay, I've sort of run into an issue here. I did the eyeshadow look before the base, thinking like, oh, I'm gonna prevent fallout. I'm so, like, I'm a genius. But now I realize I probably should have used a white base to prime my lids, because now my natural skin color is peeking through here. And also any, like, liner or anything I want to do, or any under eyeshadow I want to do, I'm gonna have to put the white base over. So we're just gonna leave the eyes for now and do the white base. Tutorial, I said tutorial. So I've just got some nice creamy and opaque white face paint here, and we're just gonna go ham. Pretend it's like your foundation and you're doing a full beat glam. Let's go. Note to self, dust away fallout before painting face paint. Before. What's that, 2016 block brow? I think it's clear we're gonna need a second go. Does anyone else see the Margot Robbie Queen Elizabeth resemblance, or is that just me? And this is the final look. Okay, so it is still definitely a little kind of patchy, but luckily we are gonna put patches on top of that, the cow patches. So what I'm gonna do is map them out, and then we can stick the rhinestones on top, so we're not just doing this randomly. We'll do kind of one on my forehead first, given the massive surface area we have to work with. Thank you, God. Some of them can be like perfectly round, and then some you want a little bit of a wiggle. A little bit of a wiggle. Did anyone watch The Wiggles as a kid? I'm so good at making conversation. Do kind of a smallish one here, and then like a larger one here. There's some variety. Catch me on Variety magazine. Is that even a thing? Rhinestone time! Now these are just craft rhinestones, and I'm using this on my face, but don't do that. Use actual face rhinestones. So we're gonna use the middle color because that's the most teal. Now these already have adhesive on them because they're craft rhinestones. But I do have lash glue. Yeah, let's, because I'm gonna take this off afterwards. I don't have anywhere to go. I just do this in my house. You know what? Let's try some without any eyelash glue, and then if we need it, we can put it on. Because the base is a bit sticky. Oh, I have regular powder. I can put that onto the ones where the patches will go on, because you won't see the And this is the talent Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team is looking for, people. Now this is the final look. Now, I felt the adhesive. I don't think it's strong enough to adhere to the powder, so we are going to go in with lash glue. The annoying thing is I'm gonna have to separate each one of these because these are like strips, again, because they're made for crafts. I mean, this is a craft, you could say. Again, obligatory reminder, do not put craft stuff on your face. And I am using eyelash glue, so like use glue meant for your face. Some glue, and then we will just stick her on. Yay, now time to do this 18 billion more times. I'm just gonna test if it works with the, without any lash glue. Does it stick? Okay, that worked. Yeah, we're ditching the lash glue, people. Okay, these rhinestones. Okay, scratch that, we're gonna need the lash glue. We're gonna need the lash glue. This is your reminder. Don't take shortcuts in life. Otherwise, you end up sitting in your room for 35 hours gluing craft crap to your face. Okay, first patch done. I like the way it looks. I think it has actually saved the look. What I'm gonna do though is I've realized, because, you know, obviously circles don't tessellate, the gaps you can still kind of see the brown coming through, which is like, that shouldn't be there. So I'm gonna go in with the same powder that I used on my for my eyeshadow, and go in and use it as a base for the rest of the patches, so that when I put the rhinestones on top, even though there's gonna be space in between them, it's all coherent, you know? For the people who still go to school, do you guys have any like Halloween competitions or stuff at your school? Because in my high school, they used to have these Halloween like best dress competitions, but everybody in my cohort was so like nonchalant, it's not that deep, nobody cares. Which is like, yeah, I mean, if you want to live that like carefree life, whatever, whatever. But no one would dress up. I think you can tell what I did. I love dressing up, so I did a bunch of them. And what's crazy is like, I was always nominated as one of the best, but I never got the best. I never won, which is crazy and a little bit embarrassing if I put in that much effort. Some of the looks I've done, oh my god, in year 7 I did this like a bunch of like wounds and stuff. I used like SFX makeup and I felt so special. And then I went and like I was like, I went up to the front and everything, and then I came back and this kid next to me, he was like telling his friends like, all she did was just put like a circle on her face, why did she get it? And then I was like, I'm right here, you know. And he was like, yeah, I know. Gagged. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, points for audacity, I guess. So that's my traumatizing high school experience. You know, I feel like I've barely clued you guys in as to why I really don't like anything that happens in the summertime pretty. And look, if you're a fan, you're a fan, whatever. I don't think I'm better than you. But really, questionable behavior from all three in the main love triangle. First off, Jeremiah, I'm not a fan. He's a man-child. What the heck do you mean you just didn't read your email and then now you have to do more uni? How does that happen? And look, I'm kind of pedantic with emails. I check them, I am not even joking you, like every 10 minutes. I love scrolling and refreshing on my email. I don't expect people to behave like that, but like, you're graduating. You'd think if you weren't gonna read emails all uni, you would read at least in that time. Also, what degrees is everyone doing? Because most of the time I see them partying, drinking, clubbing, which like whatever, but like, what degree are you actually doing? Is it ever mentioned what Jeremiah does? Because Lord knows. Then the whole like raspberry coulis and mirror glaze and like, bruh, that's the make or break. And his whole like credit thing with your partner, like any vague adulting things. Like, look, I mean, I get it, his dad sucks. And you know what? A lot of this I can definitely blame on the parents here, because like they just let their kids out in the wild. They're like, off you pop. And then now they deal with the consequences of their bad parenting. But you know, still, like, you're an adult, have some responsibility. Then we have Conrad. Low-key, I was kind of on his team. I was like, you know what? Yeah, but also, has it not been 4 years? Get over it. Like, I know we're here for the men who pine, for the men who yearn, but like, it gets to a point. It's a little creepy. He's sending letters and crap. Like, ugh. Get a grip. He also, where does he get the money to do all the stuff he does, like fly left, right, and center? You know, like, didn't Dr. Namazi fire his ass? Like, where is he getting the funds? This is just me wishing I could live that life where I could just make stupid decisions, but I just have money, so it's fine. Then we get to Belly. Belly, absolutely insane to me, absolutely insane. She has a problem with Jeremiah cheating on her. Fair enough. Cheating is bad. We don't like that. And, you know, I guess you can argue, oh, he was on a break. But the thing is, and I hate this in American and general TV, you know, nobody ever defines in their relationship when they're going on a break what that means. They just go, you know what, we're taking a break. And then that's it. That's not how relationships work, I say, as I'm single and never been in a relationship. Coaches don't play, girls. Coaches don't play. I would think if you're in a really close relationship and, you know, Belly and Jeremiah have known each other for years, you would sit down and talk to the other twerp and define what a break is. I'm going off topic here. But anyways, she hates on Jeremiah for cheating on her. And then he goes and proposes with that tiny little babies can't even fit in jewelry. Which was 100% 10 or less dollars. But then emotionally cheats with Conrad with the whole in the bath and the wound, whatever scene. And then she just ups and leaves to Paris after the wedding. And then she's like, I don't know who I am anymore. I need to figure out who I am. Audacity. Like, the summer I ruined a family. The summer I wasted billions of dollars. The summer I used -5 brain cells. Like, what the flip? Okay, well that was a fun rant. Now we rhinestone. So one packet wasn't enough. Luckily, past GP brought 2 of them. My mum did say I was wasting them. Look who's on top of the world right now, mum. This is the face of a genius. Okay, this is how we're looking. I actually like this rhinestone look a lot, so I'm going to rhinestone my eyelids. Let's do this. Transition of the century. Alrighty, so I have finished the rhinestone bits. I'm going to do a couple of little touch-ups and then show you the final look. And this is the final look. I decided to go in with a little pink nose to make it a bit more cow themed, a bit more apparent that this is cow, not just random rhinestone blobs. But I love the way it turned out. I think I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. Definitely the rhinestones in the eyes, that was the move. I'm in love with this look. Alrighty, this is episode 3 of Formula 1 Face Guard Spooky Edition. Gelato out.